Okay, good evening. The mayor is not here tonight. He's under the weather, so I will be presiding. The first thing we're going to do is have a public hearing. This is regarding two ordinances. The first one is ordinance 2022-03, ordinance to amend section 47 of the Town of Iowa Municipal Code of Ordinances. And this is regarding making North Kinney a one-way street heading south to David Street. Does anybody have anything to say about that before we move on? No? Okay. The second one is obtain views on ordinance 2022-04, an ordinance adopting an operating budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Does anybody have any questions or comments about that? Council? Okay, well, we will close the public hearing, and we will start with the regular monthly meeting. We will call to order. Everybody is here but the mayor. We will stand for the invocation, followed by the pledge.
Please bow your heads. Lord, we are meeting today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I have a thing here to try to amend the agenda tonight. There's 4 items from the police department. Do I need to read them, Cynthia, and then get them? Okay, so the first one is a motion to approve Resolution 2022-10, a resolution of the Town of Iowa Board of Council members to declare certain property owned by the town to be surplus to the town's needs and directing disposal of the same. The second one is a motion to approve cooperative endeavor agreement between the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury and the Town of Iowa for the summer feeding program. The change reflects $500 more for the breakfast. Number 3, motion to approve lowest quote received for the construction of the Serenity Park from Empire Dirt Works LLC and authorize Mayor Hess to execute an agreement with and between Empire Dirt Works LLC and the Town of Iowa. Number 4, upon the request of Chief Vincent, he would like a motion to promote Justin Trahan from PFC to corporal. I need a motion to approve amended agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we'll add it to the agenda once we get all of our guests that are here tonight, get them taken care of in case they can't stay. Let's see, item number 1, old business, motion to adopt an ordinance of 2022-03.
We need a motion to adopt the amended agenda.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so we need a motion to approve the amended agenda? I thought we did that.
Yeah. Either way, so moved.
To add it, you had asked to add it.
Okay.
Now you have to-
So moved.
Okay, all right, second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, now I can go on? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, I didn't know. Okay, so the first,
Did you, I move to approve the minutes as presented for the regular meeting and special meeting.
oh, okay.
Second.
Second.
Okay, I'm on.
All of,
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm still in the meeting.
okay, all right, so the approval for the minutes. Daniel voted to approve them and Vanessa seconded. All in favor? All opposed? Okay. Motion to adopt ordinance 2022-03, which is an ordinance regarding making Kinney a one-way street ending in David Street, on the intersection of David Street. Does anybody have anything to add to that? Questions? Okay, then I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance 2022-03.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, next one is motion to adopt ordinance 2022-04, which is an ordinance adopting an operating budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2022, and ending June 30th, 2023. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to adopt ordinance 2022-04.
Second? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, old business is done. We'll start on new business. I believe Mr. Walt Jessen is not here tonight, but we're going to go ahead and go through what we have here to discuss. Let's see if we flip this over. We need a motion to pay final invoice number 5 to DW Jessen and Associates LLC for North Storer Avenue drainage improvements in the amount of $3,235.32.
I make that motion to pay that final invoice number 5 to D.W. Jansen and Associates for the amount of $3,235.32.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next one is a motion to pay partial pay estimate number 5 and final number 6 to McManus Construction LLC for North Storer Avenue drainage improvements in the amount of $685 and $21,775.33.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The next one on the list is a motion to pay D.W. Jensen and Associates LLC and RC Paving for the I-2021-193 Southland Estates asphalt paving.
So moved.
Second? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, the next thing on the agenda is Mr. Jeff Cudler,
Hey,
our architect.
we had 3 others besides these that we, that I just, put there.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is for Southland Estates themselves, that they completed the paving and they're asking for a payment of $182,686.50.
Okay, well, we'll do that one first. Okay, sorry, guys, there's so much paperwork up here. Okay, so we have 3 from D.W. Jensen, a partial pay estimate for project I-2021-193 Southland Estates asphalt paving, RC paving, partial pay estimate number 1 in the amount of $182,686.50.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, the next one, make sure I didn't go over it already. Okay, this one is I-2021-193 Southland Estates asphalt paving for $14,648.13.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? And the third is project I-2021-192, water line looping through the Iowa City Park, Blake D. Hines Incorporated, partial pay estimate number 3 in the amount of $14,823 to be paid to Blake D. Hines Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, now we're ready for Mr. Cudler. Sorry. I ain't done this but one time before, I'm sorry.
Doing great. So, do I introduce it or do y'all do it? We had recently received the bids for the HVAC improvements for the town hall. And the lowest bid we got was from Efficient Air Systems in the amount of $98,000 And what they're doing, they're coming through this building and replacing the air conditioning units as well as the ductwork, and they're splitting the 10-ton unit up into a pair of 5, so it should be a little more efficient, a little more control for you. I've submitted a recommendation to award that, and it's my recommendation you guys move to accept that.
Okay. It says here we just need to authorize the mayor to execute the documents for
Yep.
the project. Do
That's
we need to vote that we're going to accept this bid? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we need a motion to accept the bid from Efficient Air Systems in the amount of $98,000.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
All right,
Next.
then we're on to the ball fields.
okay.
So, I know this has been a sort of a process. The last I met with the mayor, we looked at a couple different configurations, and the latest configuration, we were placing, the subject project would be 2 300-foot fields, located at the far west end of the park. And the mayor had asked that if we did that, is it possible to leave what we'll call the concession stand field in place?
For now.
For now.
Okay,
And also asked that we laid out the fields in such a way that if in the future you wanted to add 2 fields and make a cloverleaf arrangement, that you could do that. And so we had presented a sketch of that with a pair of 300-foot fields. However, it was problematic because of this emergency exit road out of that subdivision. I think Ms. Cindy told me that if we could just make one field 300 and then the other one could scale down some, if we could do that.
Can I say something? I mean, on this one, it's a question, do you want 300 or 275? You know, because we'll do those 2 backfields, and it doesn't make a difference to myself, it's up to the council. You know, do they want those 3 initially to be 300 fields, or do they want those initially to be 275? You know, because we want to get that design in and get it in place, trying to meet the next fall season, you know. So, you know, I'm asking the council, basically, you know, what is their preference?
What do you think, Coach?
I think that the first design that you did, I think in maybe 2019 or beginning of 2020, which was, I think, 275, that allowed for the emergency.
It allowed for a cloverleaf arrangement, and it allowed for a sidewalk, essentially a 10-foot sidewalk that would
Right.
serve as the emergency drive. Yeah, that original scheme worked.
And it
Yeah.
still allows that middle field to be used, you know, for the beginning. So that's my
Yeah.
opinion on it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if everybody's in agreement, so do we vote? Well, this is just a discussion, so there's nothing that we need to vote on tonight other than that original drawing?
Exactly. I mean, if I'm hearing Daniel correctly. We'll go back to the 300-foot field didn't come into play until fairly recently.
Right, and we don't need that. I mean,
So let's pull that off the table and then go with the 2 western fields, and everything works. And you get to keep the concession stand field. I'll revise that drawing and
right.
send.
I just have one question.
Sure.
For the exit, the emergency exit, is it gonna come through the middle of where all these fields are?
No.
Or is it gonna be routed around?
It will go onto the south side.
Okay,
So, because if you look at how it comes out, I mean, it kind of like dog legs through somebody's yard. So
Correct.
we want to maintain that same path. If we were to try to bring it up and put it through the center of the cloverleaf, it would cause all kinds of problems.
it is, because you have bleachers, you have the concession stand that's gonna be in the middle, and that would be, and-
Exactly. So what we did is, it worked out very nicely with the smaller fields. And so if we go back to that, it's already drawn.
Correct.
We'll just do that.
yeah. So do we tonight give,
I think the discussion's good enough. What I can do is move forward upon the director of the mayor like that, and we'll do engineering drawings, and I'll show up here with a set of documents and a cost estimate, and you guys could authorize it to go to public bid.
okay, all right. Do we need to vote on that? Okay.
I don't think
Everybody's
so.
in favor of that? Okay.
No, I think the matter's
Just so
settled.
I understand, is the council want us to do 275 fields in?
Yes, 275 is,
Two, and if y'all end up wanting 3 on the upgrade at some point, we can always do it. I just wanna make sure that I'm, making sure that we get what you're wanting to do in time for the thing. So 275 is what you're all wanting?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember the exact footage, but it was a small one.
That's good, I'm good to go.
I'm gonna clean up the drawing to reflect exactly what we just discussed. That way, we could just pass it around and everybody make sure that what we're thinking is what you're,
Yes, sir.
is what
Yes.
will happen. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And Jeff, how soon can we get the drawings to be able to bid them out? Because, we really want to go ahead and push this to try to get it in as,
I think that we can, I think that we can have that one ready to go by the end of July. It's a question of, I gotta ask Walt. But we'd already talked about it, and I told him, I said, heads up, this is coming. I'm not quite sure what the configuration is, but so he had already scheduled his survey crews to take care of that, the new property acquisition that we're gonna use for parking,
Oh,
and so it's primed up to go.
Okay, and then the other one is, when do you expect, I guess, to be ready to submit the one on the,
For Buddy Ball, I'm hoping to deliver the construction documents ready for bid by the end of next week.
okay. And just for the council's knowledge, I talked with Tony Stelly, and after later on this month, we're going to get together with all these major projects that the town has, because he would rather support, a big projects than, a bunch of small ones. So we'll get with him, and I'll get with y'all after I talk with him to see what theirs will, maybe want to contribute to all of this in the ball fields. In addition, I'm getting with Cindy, and we're going to try to get some of the funds for the rec league, Louisiana State Rec Board, to see what we can get from them also to help offset this.
thank you, Mayor. Is that all you have for us, Mr. Cudler?
That's all, unless you have anything else.
We appreciate you coming tonight and getting those drawings for us quickly.
All right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right.
I'm glad we got a
Yes.
way to go
We
here.
were looking forward to getting started. Thank you. Have a good evening. Okay, the next one on the agenda is a request for subdivision of Lot 19 and south half of Lot 17 by Patrick and Darnell Aguilar. Is there anybody here representing them? Okay.
Hi, I'm Melissa Alexis. I am Patrick and Darnell's property manager.
Okay.
What's your name?
Melissa Alexis.
This is the one you just gave me on the property. Okay, it looks like they had divided the property without coming before the council to
Yes,
have
they
it
did.
done. So it is on the corner of Third and Kinney. It's the house on the corner where you would turn to go right to go to Jeff Davis Bank.
Old bed and breakfast.
The little bed and breakfast, right, at one time, okay. What are you needing from us tonight? You're representing them, so we're just,
We just need approval to subdivide it. We want to subdivide there's the house.
a lot.
And then we have the second lot. We have a buyer that wants to buy the house, but not the lot, so we want to keep the lot and subdivide it so we can sell the property.
okay. Does anybody have any objections to having them subdivide the property, which they've already done, but didn't realize they had to come before the
Yeah,
council
she
to
didn't
do
know.
it?
We
How much,
apologize.
how big is the lot?
Not quite sure.
Okay,
I guess a typical lot.
Well, I'm looking at it, but,
it's so small, it's just hard to.
Right, yeah.
Is the property that's empty behind it, so the house is on the corner, or is it the lot next to it or behind the
The
house?
house is on the corner, so the door faces Third Street.
Okay.
So the lot is on the side, so there's a house
So
and
it's
there's a lot.
on
Yes.
Third?
It's
On Third Street,
yes.
okay.
That's my
All right.
only concern.
So
is
there's
it's
a lot
too
of
small.
a house and then a vacant lot on the
Yes,
side.
yes,
of the,
okay.
Little garage.
Okay,
see, I thought it,
That part right there.
on this, place, the
Yes, sir.
lot, you can't even see it now.
That's right.
it's,
70 feet.
like behind,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
so it'd be the lot on the side of it, not behind it. So they're on the corner, it'd be right here, like on Third Street. You'd hit the
Right to
lot
the
before
west.
you'd hit the, sir?
Yeah, that's,
I think the only
Mr.
hesitation,
Bouquet had an opportunity to look at this to make sure that there's no violations with any of our ordinances on this, on what they're proposing.
Mr. Bouquet, were you able to review that, request for the subdivision of that property?
I don't think so. What's that?
It was in your packet, it was just, lot 19 and the south half of lot 17, the corner of East Third and
Kinney.
Kinney Street.
Well, I have to apologize, I don't believe that I reviewed that. Yeah. Can we, make the contingent? Can we make this contingent if the board wants to approve it, contingent on Mr. Bouquet reviewing it and not having any, concerns?
How does the council feel about
If
that?
they decide to do that, I'm just saying, if, you know.
I'm just afraid of the size, that it's too small. to
You
do
mean the lot or
The lot,
the
yes,
lot?
ma'am.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, until he's able to go over the specific sizes of the property,
Okay.
we probably can't do that, but he's out of town right now.
Okay.
And once he comes back in, he'll do it, and then he can get in touch with us. I don't know if this is something that we can vote on outside of a meeting, or we would have to wait and vote on it next meeting.
You can vote it on it
You can vote.
contingent upon his approval
Okay,
of it.
okay,
Mhm. His review.
okay. Okay, so do I need a motion to,
Yes.
okay, so I'll make somebody needs to make a motion on that? Okay, oh, certainly, come on up.
If I decide to buy that half a lot or whatever, is that gonna fit the parameters to put in a trailer?
Well, that's why we want, that's
I think
why,
they gotta approve it, but,
right, that's why we're gonna wait for Mr. Bouquet to look at it.
yes. I
That,
don't know
that,
what their parameters are, but it should be. It's a lot, yeah.
that was my question, Mr.
Yeah,
Kenneth.
it's a whole lot.
Well, I know that the mobile home ordinance it's a little bit smaller than for a brick and mortar, so that was what I just
So
brought up.
the second question, brick and mortar, does it fit the brick and mortar?
Right, that's my question.
Because, you got some prospective buyers. out there.
Right. I mean, if you drive by, you'll see.
Okay. So,
It's a pretty it's a sizable lot.
okay, so someone has to make a motion to, once Mr. Bouquet is able to look over all the, to review it,
I move to allow, let me make sure I word it right. I move to allow the subdivision of lot 19 and however you
Use the
pronounce.
phrase contingent on approval of Mr. Bouquet.
I move to allow the subdivision of lot 19 and a portion of lot 17 contingent upon Mr. Bouquet's approval and that it meets minimum lot requirements.
okay. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Okay,
Is-
and, when should I follow up with Mr. Bouquet? Are they gonna reach out to
Next week,
next
or
week?
you can leave your phone number with me and I can call you.
Okay, can he reach out to me? It's 337-853-6077. Thank you.
okay. All right, the next thing on the agenda is Officer Crooks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, addresses for condemnation.
We can start with Mr. Dunman's property. He's got a long drive on him, so we'll get him done.
Okay,
He's 414A South Knapp Street.
All right, I'm gonna make it simple. I'm basically gonna tear it down, so I got all my equipment here ready, so it'll be down by the end of this week,
Okay.
so.
We called them in, I think originally you were gonna try and fix it.
Yeah,
It's been about 9 months, and I guess you just decided to
Yeah.
tear it down.
I started fixing some things up, and I realized that the dilapidation in the ordinance was probably the biggest problem. Should have started with that, but I'm glad I didn't get too far into it, because I fixed up another mobile home at a different property, and it ended up costing me more than if I just would have bought a new one. Or, yeah, so, yeah, we're gonna tear it down and put in a new one.
Okay.
there
Is
any
that,
action we need?
is it a house or is it a trailer?
It's not trailer.
Is it on one lot, or is there another structure on that same lot?
Behind the donut wheel, remember they had the little horseshoe shaped trailer park?
Mhm.
This is just the last one standing that was right behind the donut wheel.
Okay,
I mean, there's plenty of room for a trailer there now. I don't know how the lot's divided. It's
Right.
one lot or-
We used to have, like 5 houses there. Laura wiped out like 3 of them.
mhm.
So we will be putting those back in.
Well, we do have an ordinance
I
that,
know on the dates and all
cor-
that. and
yeah.
Yeah, they have to be newer than a,
well, it's gotta be, I can't remember I think it can't be older than 10, but it's one structure per lot. So you can't put like 2 or 3 on one lot.
well, it was already like that before. We had several meters and all that, so I don't know whether we have to get approval to put that back. I mean, it's
It'd be a
really
discussion
big.
with Bouquet about it being grandfathered in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it was there before. It's just Laura kind of wiped them all out, but should be grandfathered, I would think.
Yeah.
But
Do we need, any action, seeing as he's taking it down?
No.
Just leave it
No,
alone?
I'll
grant
just keep,
him until
I'll
that
just
week.
watch it when it's torn down on the days.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in.
all right,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you got any questions, give me a call, man.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Miller? Is 500 and 502 Railroad. Last meeting, his property was voted condemned. I have quotes for the condemnation, but he was notified that this was happening and he wanted to come up and talk to y'all today.
Well, you wanna tear my two-story house down, I wanna fix my house. And my other house, I'm just waiting on them to bring some bin to pick up the stuff.
Okay. So this specific case has been going on for a year now, and I think you came to the first meeting.
Yeah, well, this house, the two-story house is God house. You say if y'all tear his house down, then you're gonna tear something else down.
It's whose house?
God.
Okay. So it's been a year, and you originally were given 4
Well,
months to demolish it.
like I said, I'm tearing the house down, that's all I'm waiting on the bin, my boss lady called for the bin. But he said they all tied up and as soon as they get some, they'll send it. Cause I could have the house down, it's no problem tearing the house down.
Okay. But like I said,
Cause I
y'all,
still got it here for a month,
sir,
cause you told me I had more, and I'm just about half.
no, sir, last time I talked to you, I told you we were gonna be having a meeting today, so that if you wanna speak to the council, you can come today, that was 30
Well,
days from
I'm
next
just
month.
asking, tear the house down, I'm tearing the, stuff down. I don't have the funds. God said if everybody would pay his dime like we're supposed to pay, he said then, he could do it.
Do you have
So
help?
it's left up to y'all. If y'all wanna tear it down, y'all gotta deal with God on that.
Do you have somebody to help you, Mr. Miller?
No, I can do it myself. I'm just waiting on the bins to come.
Okay.
In so I can tear it down. I
Okay.
mean, God tearing it down, he just wanted me to pick it up.
Okay. Um,
Cause I try to help it, God helping everybody in the highway. I work with just about everybody in the highway. And, but if y'all wanna do it now, he said, that's all right, he'll do it anyway.
Were there 2 structures, or is it just one?
It's
2
2
houses.
500 and 502.
Okay.
Cause there ain't nothing wrong with my two-story, I just built it. I mean, you know, it was a wild building. But like I say,
What is it?
Didn't we have that inspected?
Well, both of them have the roof falling in, I mean, they're falling down, both of them.
Well, I'll fix most of that if you wanna come look at it again. Cause I'm fixing to put the tin on it. Start putting tin on the roof. But like I said, that's between you and God. Say you tear his down, you gonna tear
We
everything
can
up.
send the inspector out, but it's very visible that the entire structure is falling in.
It's falling in.
I mean, if y'all wanna do the inspector, we have Mr. Dan here, we'll have his inspectors go out in the next couple of weeks, I'll send in their request, but last meeting, y'all voted to condemn the buildings, and I got quotes for the demolition.
Is it an unsafe structure, both of them? They're unsafe? Okay. What does the council want to do?
It's up to y'all. Y'all call the shot. God gonna take care of the rest.
So we haven't had an inspector go as of yet.
No,
To-
whenever I initially submitted it, I showed y'all the pictures very clearly that it's very dangerous. We decided that an inspector wasn't needed, it's visibly dangerous.
Okay.
We can still do the inspector if y'all want to, and we can come back to this, but I just don't think it's really necessary.
Okay.
Well, he has one that's pretty much just about torn down.
Yes,
Now.
it's almost torn down, but the stuff he's tearing down is still
It's there.
piled there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Well, like I
He's,
said,
he's waiting on his,
like the
on
bins ain't
the
coming.
bin.
My boss lady called and she said it was tied up and it was, as soon as they get something done, they send a bin over.
Did she say how long it would be before the bins could be delivered to
Yeah.
there?
She said up to 3 weeks, cause he got so many bins out and it
Right.
was all full.
Right,
Yeah, last week I tried to get a bin and I couldn't.
right.
Yeah.
So do we want to give him a little bit more time to get the bins to be able to put the debris in it?
And I'm just asking this out loud. When we have the quotes, isn't that just gonna help the process? If you're tearing it down, I don't know which one is not the two-story. Is that 500? Is the,
At 502
502 is the
502.
two-story house.
right, so like the 500, you're already almost
Yeah,
done with.
I can tear it down now, I'm just waiting, I don't wanna pile it all up till the bins get there, I can tear it down.
Right,
No
yes, sir.
problem.
Wouldn't using the, whoever you got as the quotes, wouldn't that just help the process? They have to worry about the bins, they have to worry about that?
Well, these bids, I don't know if they bid privately the same way they do with,
Right, it ends up being a lien, correct?
I mean, I can tell you what the demolition bids are right now if you want to, so y'all can have an idea of what that's gonna cost them at some point. So the company Young, Property Developments, they quoted for the demolition and cleanup for both 500 and 502, $15,900. D&M Properties, they quoted $9,700 for both properties, demolition and cleanup. So the cheaper bid is $9,700. The other two companies that I asked for bids, they refused to put bids in, so those are the two that we have.
The bid will have to be broke out by property, you know, if you go to file the claims, be able to do it, you can't put them both together. You'll have to do them, they'll have to be able to break out the bid for each property. I know they gave the bid for both of them to be as lowest, but they'll have to say how much each property is for our record purposes.
What does the council want to do?
I'd like to give him, time for that one that's just about tore down.
Okay,
And they didn't tell me nothing about my two-story house until lately.
No, sir, I've got documentation, both
But they
properties.
didn't tell me, they just said that I needed to tear my mama house down.
That's what the letter said, and when you first came to the very first meeting, that was explained to you as well. That's
Well,
all these
like I
documents.
said, that's between y'all and God. God told me to keep the dust on the bottom of my feet. When I walk out of that door, he'll take care of the rest. That's his house, and not my house. He said if it would pay his dime, he wouldn't have to live in a house like that. But since y'all don't wanna pay the dime, he said you're coming to look at it.
Mr. Miller, if we allow you time to take them down, do you know how long it'll take you
Well,
to?
I ain't gonna take my, you give everybody else a chance to fix their house, I can fix that.
That's,
The two-story house, not
do you have the help and the funds to fix it? Because I think we were giving them like 90 days.
I can fix it, I built it with that. I built it off the hurricane that God tore down, since he couldn't get a dime to do it, so he said, come on, let's go I'll build your house out of that. So like I say, that's between y'all and God. If you give me, I tear the house down and that's how I fix the other house.
According to Officer Crooks, he said it's not fixable.
Well, it was fixable through two hurricanes and tore it down.
And how long have we been dealing with this? For a year? Last March? We started this? A year
This
ago?
month will make a year.
A year, okay. Okay. What does the council want to do?
I like to move that we give them time for that, the one that's just about tore down, to get some, dumpsters out there to get, get that out of the way.
So that's 500. That's 500.
It's 500.
Yeah. And he's wanting to say he's gonna rebuild 502. So I guess you have to decide what to do with 502. If you're giving more time for 500, 502 would be a separate decision.
Yeah.
What would be the timeline? How much time will we give him?
Say month by month.
How much?
I say month by
Month by
month for
month?
the 500.
Have it, in other words, somebody go by every month and see the progress and,
For the 500.
for 500, okay. Okay. Do we need to vote on this, Cindy?
Yes.
Okay. So Gerald made the motion.
502.
You vote about the other one.
Be specific on the motion on what we're actually gonna allow.
Well, 500 and 502 are separate cases, so you have
Correct.
to just vote
We
on
have-
500 now and then
Okay.
502 next.
Okay. So what is the motion, Gerald, for 500 Railroad Avenue?
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna extend the time again. And you go by in a month and there's nothing done, then what happens? Then is it not a lot of progress?
Then you have to start going back to the beginning of the demolition. Because if you're giving them time, what you've already done is you've already condemned it. So now you're going back and you're giving them time.
To take it down?
If my understanding is right, it's condemned, so it's really a question of finances. The burden at this point is on him, and he can handle it little by little, whereas if we move to demolition, then we're putting the lien on the property.
And
it's
assuming
taking
what
that out
you're
of his
gonna do
hands.
with 502.
Right, I know. But I mean, it's condemned, so it's not
So you're just.
you can't
giving them
uncondemn
time.
something, as to my knowledge, is that correct? We move, it's just a question of where the burden of finance is gonna be, at least as far as I understand.
And two separate properties. Okay. So I need somebody to make a motion for 500 Railroad Avenue and a separate motion on 502 Railroad Avenue.
I'll make a motion on 500 Railroad Avenue.
Give him time, or we're gonna take it down? Give him time
I
to
would
take it
give
down?
him time, he said 3 weeks to get a box, so,
That'd be good.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna make a motion on 500 Railroad Avenue to give him, what do you wanna say, a month, 2 months to get it, once he gets the container, taking
Yeah.
it down? Okay, so do we go 2 months?
2 months.
2 months to take it down? Okay,
And get it off the property.
I need a second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and 502 Railroad Avenue, we need a motion on that property?
Now,
We gotta-
he-
we gotta
he's
decide.
asking to repair it, so that's a whole different,
It's already condemned,
It's
right?
condemned.
So
I mean, it's condemned and considered unsafe.
Did anybody go
If-
look in it?
Yeah, Mr. Miller, we pass it every day.
Yeah, but did you look in it?
If the just looks like it's about to
Personally, I
fall
would not
down.
walk inside the house, I'm not gonna go inspect it. Now, if y'all wanna take the extra step, I can send a request to the inspectors
What we
to go
need to do,
inspect it.
just to cover everything, is have the inspector go over there physically, and we will pay for the inspection. And when he comes back and tells us it's unsafe, then the next council meeting will follow through with the condemnation, if that's acceptable.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's reasonable.
okay.
So what's the wording you see, Ms. Cindy?
Motion,
Just move to, have an inspector.
Well, to table the 502, yeah, motion to have the, parish inspector inspect for condemnation.
I move to have the parish inspector, inspect 502 Railroad Avenue.
second, anybody?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we'll have somebody go over there, Mr. Miller, and inspect it, okay?
Mr. Miller, I'm gonna be sending more letters for you to come talk to us, make sure you show up, okay?
Okay, the next address is 414, no, we already did that one, I'm sorry.
The
Six,
next one would be 616.
yeah, North Lightner.
He hasn't shown up. Last meeting, it was brought up and y'all voted to give him one more month to finish tearing down the building because it was halfway or more than halfway torn down.
Yeah, he's not made any
Yeah, last time I
progress in a
passed,
month.
it's still the same.
Who's-
So this,
Whose property is it?
Jesse Broussard,
Okay,
Yeah, I passed the day there, I thought they had, like, the roof, what, you got about 3 foot left?
just about 2/3 of it was complete last
Yeah,
time we had the meeting.
2/3.
I haven't seen much difference when I passed. He does have that big tall fence, so all you can see is the roof that's left
Yeah.
of the building. You can't see what's happening on the bottom. But y'all voted last month to give him another month to try and complete it before y'all made a decision if y'all were gonna try and push it.
Have you talked to him or no?
Can't ever catch him. Every time you go, his son answers the door, says he's not around. You call his phone, he don't answer.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and continue through the condemnation, take our steps now, because
I mean, we're there all the time for his dogs, trying to give him tickets. He doesn't answer. We have to leave him on his door.
he's just avoiding, communication.
Well, I honestly think he doesn't stay there very often. I think his kids and their friends are living there and he's living with a girlfriend or something somewhere. So you don't ever catch him.
But he's obviously not getting the, what we're leaving for him, because he's not, answering to
When
it.
his dogs are taken, he shows up. He talks to you about that, but, he won't respond to any of my certified letters. He won't come to the meetings.
You know?
I
So-
move to proceed with condemnation for 616 North Lightner.
Second?
How long?
I don't know, you're right, maybe that's premature. I think we've been doing 30 days, and then he has to come
So
for the
next-
next meeting.
So next meeting.
Okay. All, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And the last one's for 108 South Store. The issue we're having with 108 South Store, I need to know who to officially notify on that one, because it's under, it's adjudicated property. A very small percentage of it belongs to us, another percentage belongs to the parish, but I think there's, was a 3 to 5 year window where they can pay those taxes up and get their property back. The only reason it's on the agenda now is because some of the local in the neighborhood have been complaining about it, need to be torn down and everything like that. So I just brought it up to the meeting so we can, I really needed Mr. Bouquet to be here for this one, to try and figure out what the next process to get this, the person needs to be notified for this, so we can take the next steps.
Well, from what I can understand, we have to notify the owner, even though we have adjudicated it, we notify them, and then if they don't do it, then we have to do it. But then we adjudicated it, so it's part ours anyway.
So the lady that's on file as the owner has been notified multiple times over the last year, has never shown up for the meetings.
Yeah.
They've never responded to me or called me or anything. If that is the case, that her being notified, certified mail is proficient, then we need to move forward somehow. Because this one's also been up a year, just like Mr. Miller's property. I've been sending letter after letter. I think she's had 6 notifications to show up and nobody showed up to represent her.
Yeah, well, she's refusing to show up, so to me that's,
Mr. Bouquet, have you? do
Is
you
this a
want to
house or a
follow
trailer?
that?
It's a trailer.
Trailer,
It's at the corner of Store and First.
first, yeah,
They have
that,
open
that,
yard,
yeah,
and
no.
there's that really bad trailer.
I know which one it is, I've been looking
Well,
at
we'll
it
probably
for
have to talk
years,
about it
yeah.
later because it's very detailed. Okay. He can't hear.
okay. Okay, so we, what do we do? We go ahead and,
Can we table it until next month when I grab and talk to Mr. Bouquet about it and we'll go from there?
okay. I mean, do we have, just table it? We don't have to make a motion to do that, or we do?
Motion to table.
Okay. Somebody needs to make a motion to table 108 South Store to next month, and do we have time to talk to Mr. Bouquet?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Brandon, on this one, it's saying, right underneath, it's a review of demolition bids for Mr. Miller's. Do we just hold off on that? Or do you want to, you
Yeah,
gave us
there's
the bids
actually
already.
another property that was supposed to be on this one. It's 506 West First. It's, so at the corner of Bowers and First, they have a trailer and then they have a house that's pretty bad off. This is that house. It's right before the pink house.
Okay. Not the trailer, but the house.
Yeah, so the owners of the property is Fellowship Property Management out of Lake Charles. I've been sending them letters to show up. They won't show up. They did have a representative call me last month and ask me how much we would charge them to tear their house down. I told them I don't know, whatever their bids they're getting are probably gonna be the same as ours. They said they're trying to decide if they're gonna tear down, just let us do it, and then I haven't heard back from them. Last month we talked about it, y'all told me to get a bid for demolition, just in case we were gonna proceed. So, the bid from Young Property Management is $7,250 for the demolition and cleanup. And D&M bid $5,400 for the demolition and cleanup.
So since they haven't shown up or called back, do we recommend?
Well, I mean, they spoke to me on the phone, they've gotten their letters, their certified letters, their receipts have come back, they got them.
Has the council condemned that yet?
No, that was,
So I guess that's the first step we need to take, is go ahead and condemn it. And then, you know, and then put them on the agenda then for next month, and if they, you know, don't take care of it, then we'll spend the money, you know. But we'll do it.
What address is that?
506 West First. That one was another one that was under the question if, because I'd been notifying Fellowship Management, and it was brought up that maybe like the CEO was supposed to be notified personally or something, so,
But, and it was at the same address,
what?
the, agent,
Uh-huh.
the agent for that,
So I guess the bigger question is my previous notifications to the Fellowship company proficient? Or do we need to notify this guy to show up for the condemnation hearing?
Well, we can, do you consider this to be the condemnation hearing?
No,
Because did you tell him to come tonight?
no.
Okay, so it can't be the
We
hearing.
were discussing the bids. That's
Okay,
what I'm getting at is, am I gonna notify him to show up next month for the
Yes,
condemnation hearing?
for the
Or is the
condemnation
Fellowship
hearing.
good enough?
we're gonna notify the agent on file
Okay,
for that fellowship
okay.
that there has been a motion to have a condemnation hearing
Okay.
next month.
And
What-
then next month they would vote to condemn or not.
So
Yes.
what happens if they don't show up? We proceed?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
So we'll need a motion to send a notice of condemnation.
To the owners
To
of the property
To the agents on file
for that property.
LLC.
Okay.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. Next item, motion to appoint Lake Charles American Press as the Town of Iowa's official journal. I think this is a yearly thing that we do. Does anybody have any objections to doing that?
I move to appoint LC American Press as the Town of Iowa's official journal.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, next one, motion and adoption of millage rates. The resolution 2022-06. I think this is something we do every year. Be it resolved that the following millage are hereby levied on the 2022 tax roll on all property subject to taxation by the Town of Iowa millage, 5.59 mils. Be it further resolved that the proper administrative officials of the parish of Calcasieu, state of Louisiana, be and there are hereby empowered, authorized, and directed to spread said taxes as herein above set forth upon the assessment roll of said parish for the year 2022, and to make the collection of the taxes imposed for and on behalf of the taxing authority according to law, and that the taxes herein levied shall become a permanent lien and privilege on all property subject to taxation as herein set forth, and collection thereof shall be enforceable in the manner provided by law. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, just need a motion.
I make that motion and adoption of the millage rates.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next one is a motion to approve Resolution 2022-08, a resolution to sell surplus property. Is that the police?
That's the two vehicles. One
The
is
two
a,
vehicles.
police, car Mustang, and the
Okay.
other was the, 2009 truck.
Okay.
Utility truck, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I move to approve resolution 2022-08.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that was 2208. Okay, next one is a motion to approve to enter into a contract with Meyer and Associates upon the approval of contract by Town of Iowa Attorney Eugene Bouquet for the design of the Emergency Response Center, and to authorize the mayor, Hess, to execute related documents. This is going to be for the new.
Yeah, let me give you a little background as to why, we're looking at this. Myers and Associate has strong political connections with state government. They're the ones that got the extra funding from this state for their response center. They also got funding for their matching funds for their clubhouse and the golf course. So they've got strong political connections to get those funds that are, sometimes hard to get through the state. And as such, we're hoping that for the emergency response center for the police department, we want to use that connections to get as much as we can so that we're not having to use town funds. But that's the purpose of why we consider doing this.
Okay, so this is going to be for the new police station / fire station, correct?
It's emergency response.
Emergency response center, all together, okay, and that's going to be on 90, okay? So we would would they apply for the grant or the funding for us?
Yes, that will help us.
I move to approve us entering into a contract with Meyer and Associates.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Number 10, motion to approve Resolution 2022-09, a resolution appointing Pamela Adams to the Board of Commissioners of Ward 8 Fire Protection District Number 1, said term to expire August 2024. I believe she took over for Debbie Muir, and it's supposed to expire this August, but if we,
With this resolution, it extends it two-year term.
to 2024.
I move to approve resolution 2022-09.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Number 11, motion to approve Mr. Pat Thibodeau as Public Works Director.
I move to appoint Mr. Pat Thibodeau as Public Works Director.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Number 12, motion to approve change order to the contract with K&J Development of Southwest Louisiana for hurricane reconstruction.
Yeah, what this is in order to capture some of the insurance costs in the park, like at the pavilions and the bathrooms and all of that, where we just done a change order and they done the work so that we can meet our deadline to get reimbursement from insurance. And that's, the work that they're doing is basically work that we will be getting reimbursed from insurance for damage in the park.
All right. Need a motion?
I move to approve the change order to the contract with K&J Development.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next one is a motion to approve hiring McElroy, Quirk, and Birch to audit the financial activities of the town of Iowa for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2021, and ending June 30th, 2022, and to perform agreed-upon procedure report.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next we have Mr. James Hardy to give us a report on the sewer.
Hey, good evening. Since the last meeting, we installed 2 new motors at our pilot lift station due to a power outage. We implemented a schedule for our PM work and completed work at 3 lift stations already. We installed a new pump on the west side at U-Locket. We're in talks about installing a screen at Pilot possibly. We had a camera job done on the sewer line that runs along the 300 block of South Stockwell. And also, on a side note, I would like to personally thank Pat Wilkerson and Sydney Victorian for handling my day-to-day operations when I was out of town on my honeymoon with my lovely new bride. And also to the water department for stepping in and helping us with my guys with the pump and motor installation. I would like to wish all the fathers a early happy Father's Day and try to make sure somebody else is on the grill this weekend. So give y'all a break.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Okay, next is Charles with the water report.
Good evening. Well, we had another leak at the mall again, but hopefully they got it taken care of this time. It'll be complete. It's been over a week, we ain't had to be back. That old PVC just keep popping, and it started popping on their side, so we turned it over to them, give it to them. We had a leak on store, 215 store, I think it is, North Store, back at the band, backed over a whole backwash valve, blew a 2-inch line out of the ground. That's why we had to cut off the water for that a week ago Saturday. And then a bunch of little small leaks here and there around town. The meter progress is slow right now. Backflow preventer, the risers are hard to get. There's a 6-month backup wait on them. And we've ordered them over 4 months ago, and we still ain't got them in yet.
So how many are we needing to
A few hundred
a few hundred?
to finish up.
Oh, okay.
And I think we got like 100 and something of them ordered that we was waiting to come in. We run out. I mean, we stuck. We can't put the meters in without the risers.
And this kind of sledges in with our projection that we want to have, a metering all in by the end of December, so that we can go back and look at prices and readjust and adjust base rates down and, charge for increased usage. So that's, it doesn't throw us behind, because we've always shot for December being the key
I guess if they're in, we hopefully can make that
Oh,
deadline.
yeah, once they get here, we get right back on putting in meters and
Okay.
knock a bunch out real quick. We just got a back order on material. All the companies we try with, they all telling us the same thing. It's back order, back order.
Okay, well, we appreciate you staying tonight, Charles. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good evening.
Okay, and maintenance with Clayton.
Good evening. This past month, we've jetted some more culverts on North Liner and some on Hickory Street, south side of Hickory. We had the ditches cleaned out there. We added gravel to shoulders at some of the intersections, like where people turn sharp and it wears out the shoulders. We hung American flag banners. We installed marker signs on the end of East Second and North Store, so they don't run into the gully. And we put back up a speed limit sign that was run over on South Thompson. And as y'all know, the street overlay is complete on Shelby, Alexa, and
Oh.
Joshua.
That one's done?
Yes,
Oh, good, okay,
it looks good.
okay,
They did a good job.
okay. So since we voted tonight for the Kenny, you'll be able to order
I'll
the
order the
one-way?
signs tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Clayton.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next is,
Hey, just for your knowledge, that, Clayton, am I right that Entergy is supposed to be changing out and putting in our new fluorescent or LED lights this week?
Yes.
On Main, down Thompson and Park?
Yes, sir.
And then the other thing I just want to commend him, Clayton, on is, you might have noticed for Memorial Day, not only were the flags out, but they swept the streets and picked up everything. You know, going through town was really, kind of bring back historic that, it was looking really good. And I think they're going to do again that same thing for 4th of July.
Yes.
So, they'll be putting out additional banners and flags and all of that.
Thank you.
thank you, Clayton. Okay, we have the police department, but we also had these items that we added dealing with the police department. Keith, it's of,
How's everybody? Good. For a Monday, huh? Okay, the added, items, let me see, I got the surplus list right here. She found 4 additional items and they're doing the auction Friday, so, one is a quadruple monitor desk mount, a Dell computer monitor, another Dell computer monitor, and a Dell Precision T36 computer.
can they be
Y'all have
grouped
that too.
together, or do we have to do them one at a time?
No, I did a resolution. When I saw your notes, I did a resolution, so all you have to do is approve the resolution.
Oh, good, thank you.
I move to approve resolution 2022-10.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Okay, request promote Justin Trahan from PFC to corporal.
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And motion to approve transfer of Chloe Bergeron from part-time to full-time dispatcher as of 5/13.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And our monthly stats, 30 offenses, 265 calls for service, and 378 citations and summons. I think there's just an update on a couple of things in reference to our, thank y'all for the budget. Just to let y'all know that grant, Harley said it'd be about a month to a month and a half for the motorcycle. We're still waiting on the Ford from last year, and Willie said it'd probably be in around August. And we're preparing to look at some Tahoes, and consider that. But, he said it was 4 months to 10 months, so, let's see. Any questions?
you.
Thank y'all.
Did the fire department, is Sonny here?
No, sir. He's
Okay.
absent, no one's here.
Okay, let me kind of just give an update on the fire department, just an issue that came up, and we talked about it last special meeting, but I want to make sure it's in the council records. You know, they lost a pumper truck, they lost, not the truck itself, but the pumper. It's $60,000 to $80,000, but it's an old vehicle, it's a 27-year-old vehicle. And of course, trying to get a new vehicle is very difficult, their finances aren't quite there, and this does affect the fire ratings in town. So we may, at some point, if the council desires to, you know, try to help them out, you know, on trying to get a new fire truck, you know, some way, somehow. I just want to make y'all aware of it, that, you know, it is, you know, for us, a fire concern, because most of the coverage is the town. And, you know, having that kind of a significant issue, you know, that we can't help the loss, but with the repair cost being a quarter of a new truck, you know, they don't know if they can justify repairing it. You know, because if that older truck, A, not sure you get the parts, but B, you know, what's gonna break next? So, just kind of give you a heads up.
Okay. I think there's a couple of things on here that we added to the motion to approve cooperative endeavor agreement between the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury and the Town of Iowa for the summer feeding program. Change reflects $500 more for the breakfast. So we just need a motion to approve that.
I move to approve the CEA between CPPJ and the Town of Highway.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Also, motion to approve the lowest quote received for the construction of the Serenity Park from Empire Dirt Works LLC, and to authorize Mayor Hess to execute agreement with and between Empire Dirt Works LLC and the Town of Iowa, which is your packet that we have here under Empire. Okay, let's see the
The
amount.
quotes are attached.
Okay.
There's 3 quotes.
Okay, so one quote is $187,100. There's three separate quotes?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I see.
Empire,
Davies Construction. It looks like there's 2 on here. I guess if we decide to go with Bamboo, $190,158.54 plus tax. If we go with Sandstone Color, it's $192,749.77 plus tax. That's Davies Construction. And Trahan Construction, looks like their estimate is $202,100 for Trahan Construction. So it looks like the lowest bid is Empire Dirt Works. We need a motion on what y'all want to do with the 3 bids. Y'all want to accept the Empire Dirt Works LLC bid, which is the lowest for $187,100. Or do y'all want to table it to the next meeting?
I'm gonna make a motion that we take the lowest bid.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed?
Nay.
Okay. And unless I've missed something, Cindy?
I think that was it.
Okay, so,
Tim, for open comments, I've got a couple of things I'd like to talk about. If
okay.
you would allow me to do it.
Yes, sir.
The first thing, just so be aware, you know, as aggressive as we've been on programs trying to recover and making sure we're doing what the town wants and trying to expand, if you look at the cash balance, our cash balance in these 4 years has slightly increased. We've got over $10.7 million in reserve across all the fund there's nothing that does prevent that, but I think that's very positive, you know, it does eliminate, Cindy, is that kind of what you understood on that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
I just-
Part of that property that he owns, they've taken some of the FEMA trailers off. He wants to build duplexes there.
Which
And
is-
then,
That's on the west side of Hardy, okay.
yes.
And of course, we don't need, a council don't need any,
No,
to take any action, but I want to make you all aware of it, you know, it's something just to keep you all in the loop in case people question you about things like that. In addition, I talked with the Mennonite Disaster Recovery, they're going to use some of his spaces temporarily for some RVs because they're bringing in 6 or 7 groups from out of state that's going to come down and help people in the area still recovering from the hurricane. I think that's what they were looking for, a park to put, you know, and he's got some RV spots, and he's got 1 or 2 of the trailer spots that's got RV hookups, but this is only going to be for 4 or 5 months, and it's for doing a good service for people that are, you know, are having a hard time getting their houses rebuilt or you know, things fixed up. But I just want to kind of bring that up so that you're aware of it.
Why wouldn't Mr. Miller be, is there any reason why Mr. Miller couldn't use the help of the Mennonites with his property? Are they strictly coming in to rebuild or to help demo?
I'm not sure. They're doing a combination of things. And I didn't ask him specifically. He just said in the area and that Iowa was centrally located around where a lot of people have property. So it may not be just only in, I don't think it's just only in Iowa, but it's the surrounding areas also. So, but I didn't get that into it. I mean, I'm just happy any kind of help that comes in to help our citizens recover.
How can we see if Mr. Miller would be, would he be in favor of getting help? Because if they're helping to demo and rebuild, he's got the property, and if they will help demo, save him, and help him build a small structure on that property, I think that would help him. I mean, I don't know how the council feels about it, but I mean, I think everybody kind of understood that, he's struggling.
The only reason I bring it up is he does have RV spots on his property that was grandfathered in, and he's helping them so that they have
Places to stay,
go that
right.
doesn't violate our ordinances.
Well,
I'm just making you aware of it that, that they weren't completely filled, but they will be, but they're good quality people. They're Mennonites.
correct.
Coming in, volunteering, 3 to 6 months. I don't get in their business as to who they're helping. I know they're helping a lot of people outside. You're welcome to get with him, see if you need to add someone in. I'm sure he would be very, I don't know what their process is. You'd have to get with him on that.
Okay. So how will we know if he's in town? Do we know when they're going to be here?
Do you have a contact, Mayor? Do you have a number for him?
I have his number. I'll have to dig it out. I don't have it right.
If you can send it to me,
It's in fact, I think Kim has it.
okay.
She has it, the Mennonite Disaster Recovery.
Okay.
That's the gentleman.
Vanessa, would you be willing to go with me to talk to them?
I think he's meeting with FEMA
Okay.
tomorrow at Cajun Tales. They're doing a presentation there to FEMA for all this stuff that they're helping on too. I can't make it, of course, because I got COVID and I'm not allowed to get out of the house.
Okay. Well, Vanessa said she'd be willing to go with me to see the gentleman with the Mennonites and to discuss Mr. Miller's situation. So if we can get that number from you and contact them, we'd appreciate it.
I can check with Kim tomorrow.
I mean, clearly he needs help, and I don't think he has anyone to help him. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, does anybody in the audience has anything they want to say? Okay, okay.
I forgot to mention this Thursday, now that COVID's over, we're doing our annual senior barbecue at the KC Hall. And,
Did y'all put it on the marquee? Or you don't
I would
usually?
assume she did, I don't.
Okay.
But just wanna let y'all know y'all are welcome to come.
Is it for the senior citizens? Is that what it is?
Senior citizen
Okay,
voting.
and what time, like 11?
Probably between 10:30 and 11.
And
we'll
it's gonna be at the
start, so-
KC Hall?
At the KC Hall.
Oh, okay, all
And we
right.
always thank the KCs for their support in
Yeah.
that, and they help us a lot.
Yeah. You gonna be barbecuing? Okay, Carlos?
Oh, she knows my name. Okay. I don't know all y'all's terms and stuff, but I need some help. I need to get that Mennonite list number. I own some property here in town, 4 lots. I demoed my trailer. I'm on a very fixed income. I got a small business loan. Didn't put my land up for it because I'm too old to do that. I need some help. I've been there 35 years. I've paid my taxes for over 35 years. I can't afford a new trailer.
Are you on
I
North
want to be
Welty?
grandfathered in or something. I need some help.
Okay. Are you on North Welty?
Yes,
Okay,
309 North Welty Street.
okay. You said Kim would have the phone number for the Mennonites? Kim Guillory, if you call up here tomorrow, 582-3535, and talk to Kim.
Okay.
And she can give you, and like I said, we don't know when they're gonna be here, but we're definitely gonna, address Mr. Miller's situation, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll be willing to speak to you. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, or what they can help with,
I
but,
do have an RV spot. They can put one on my property for right now.
Okay.
If they need a spot.
well, that would probably be very
It's a
helpful. If-
hookup and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I can't buy a new trailer. They're $75,000. I got 2 granddaughters coming in with me.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Miss Cindy, we could go executive session here, right? That way it doesn't have to be put on the, like broadcast all over the place, right? I think it falls under the,
You can, but under what,
I don't have it memorized now. I know that there's like 6 or 8 little parameters. I mean, I don't think, she's up here explaining things. I don't think it has to be broadcast for everybody. I mean, I think it can.
Because it's being filmed
It
for
could help
TV.
someone else, though.
Well,
I mean, I'm
Do
not
you-
in the
do you-
same, I got it better than most people because I still have a piece of land.
Right.
I
mean,
can't sell my land. I mean, I can't move out of town.
Right. No, I'm with you. I just, no.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Do you have any issues with it being televised? Because it'll be
Okay,
on the cable
okay.
station.
There you go.
Yeah, he was asking for, in respect to you, he was asking,
It's gonna be in the paper? In the newspaper?
it'll be,
Just-
on the cable,
Yeah, just
Suddenlink
on-
cable
on
channel.
Yeah, on YouTube they do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, it don't
yeah.
matter to me.
Okay.
Okay, so,
I am on a fixed income. I'm on Social Security and I'm disabled. I just don't see it in my budget to get an $800 note. I had to give the FEMA trailer back because I couldn't afford $800 a month for a camper. I just need to make a motion. I don't know what I gotta do to get grandfathered in. I mean, I have paid my taxes for a long time.
when you say grandfathered in, what are you asking for?
To get a trailer there that's older than 5,
Oh.
I searched Calcasieu Parish
Oh, I
for
see.
trailers that I could afford. I got a little bit of money. To get a used one. There's one by my house, but I'm told that it has to be 5 years or newer to come into town. And I've been searching Calcasieu Parish because I was told by FEMA and all my caseworkers that it had to be 5 years or newer to come into Calcasieu. So I've been looking in Calcasieu. And then I came up to the city hall and they told me 5 years or newer. I need the specs on everything, like for a house, if I could get Mennonites to help me.
Okay.
You know, what the specs are. Do I need, what I need to be legal for y'all.
It's 10 years with trailers?
It's 7.
In our ordinance?
Sorry. But if you would bring a picture of the mobile home, even though it's past that age, and it's decent,
Right.
Yeah, I was looking at some that was redone
The council can,
with new
Can-
roofs and
can
stuff that I can't
Yes.
carpenter.
Yes.
the council can approve a waiver of that
Okay.
ordinance and variance so that you can move it in. if it meets a lot of the qualifications.
Wynn's on two, I've been looking at
Correct.
those.
Correct.
You know, and some that has new roofs and something that's decent to live in. You know, so,
So if
I know I had to bring it to y'all.
So if you find one, then what you need to do is get with our office and I can help walk you through it. We'll take pictures of it and we'll present it to the council and then we'll go from there.
Okay, all right.
And you'll be put on the agenda and, you know, come to that meeting, okay?
Well, I knew I had to bring it up sometime.
Yes, ma'am.
so-
Yes, ma'am, but we'll be glad to look at it, okay?
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, thank you for coming. Is there anybody in the audience that has anything they want to say? Okay, well, somebody wants to make a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed?